Atlas. This strange interstellar visitor isn't just a comet, not merely a frozen rock from another star system. 3. I Atlas, an unusual, icy wanderer from deep space. This enigmatic interstellar guest is causing scientists to question everything they thought they knew about comets, asteroids, and the very boundaries of natural phenomena within our solar system. Our star unleashed its fury, demonstrating an unrestrained cosmic power, the likes of which no human has ever witnessed. Days before, ominous dark spots and immense loops of superheated plasma raged on the sun's surface, like an unsettling calm before a storm. At precisely 3:47 Coordinated Universal Time, the inevitable eruption occurred. A dazzling burst of light illuminated the solar disk as a colossal loop of ionized gas surged tens of thousands of miles above the surface, then broke free and hurtled into the cosmic void. This coronal mass ejection was more than just a stream of radiation and heat. It involved billions upon billions of tons of electrified plasma, laced with twisted magnetic fields, racing through space at over 1,000 kilometers per second. Scientists monitoring the real-time data watched in disbelief as their instruments maxed out. The calculations were staggering, roughly 1.5 trillion megatons of pure kinetic energy. To grasp this incredible figure, take every nuclear weapon ever created by humankind and multiply its destructive force by 20 million. Or picture the cataclysmic asteroid impact that wiped out the dinosaurs 66 million years ago. Then, imagine 20 such apocalyptic events happening simultaneously, all aimed at a single point in space. NASA's sophisticated space weather forecasting models tracked the expanding shockwave as it swept through the inner solar system like an unstoppable wall of stellar fire. The target was strikingly precise. It was aimed directly at 3I Atlas, a massive, emerald-colored interstellar object on a collision course uncomfortably close to Mars. For months, this luminous green enigma had been a source of growing concern within the scientific community. It was already several times larger than any recorded comet, boasting a mass exceeding 33 billion tons and a solid core spanning over 5 kilometers in diameter. The source of its eerie green glow stemmed from gases and metallic compounds simply not found in typical comets. Diatomic carbon, nickel, cobalt, elements more akin to industrial emissions than pristine cosmic ice. Now, at its closest approach to the Sun, it was about to bear the brunt of the most devastating solar storm ever recorded in human history. In observatories from Hawaii to Chile and the Canary Islands, astronomers gathered in darkened control rooms, watching glowing monitors with apprehension. Previous comets had lost their tails, or even completely disintegrated under far weaker coronal mass ejections. This eruption was orders of magnitude more powerful. A sledgehammer blow of stellar plasma, capable of completely obliterating the protective magnetosphere of a gas giant, strong enough to twist Earth's magnetic field into catastrophic knots. When the plasma wave finally slammed into 3I Atlas, the spectacle was both instantaneous and shocking. The bright green tail whipped violently, tore away, and dissipated into the solar wind within seconds. The luminous coma surrounding the core collapsed like a dying star. Spectroscopic data from the Cerro Tololo Observatory in Chile showed its brightness plummeting. For the first time since astronomers had discovered this mysterious visitor, the mighty green wanderer was reduced to a dark, lifeless chunk, drifting helplessly toward the sun. Scientists around the world rejoiced. Months of sleepless nights filled with dread seemed to vanish in an instant. The anomalous mass readings, the inexplicable green glow, the worrying flyby of Mars, rumors of an alien mothership, all of it, seemingly, neutralized by the wrath of our star. It felt like the climax of a cosmic thriller, where the monster finally burns up in the final scene. But then, Reality shattered all assumptions. That's right. 2 hours and 7 minutes after the impact, a faint flicker appeared within the darkened core. It flashed once, then again, before erupting into a beacon so bright, it completely saturated the detectors. Sensors aboard the European Space Agency's solar orbiter recorded a massive surge of emissions. Identical compounds of nickel, cobalt, and diatomic carbon were detected. Only this time several times stronger, richer, utterly unmistakable. In a single instant, a brand new tail erupted from the core with perfect symmetry, blazing with the same incredible emerald green color, now even more vibrant than before. And its speed began to increase exponentially. 10,000 miles per hour, 50,000, 100,000, until the object had once again accelerated to its original velocity of 137,000 miles per hour, following its trajectory toward Mars as if nothing had happened. What scientists were witnessing defied all known laws of physics. Natural comets simply cannot withstand a plasma bombardment powerful enough to vaporize entire planets, then regenerate their tails in speed in a matter of minutes. Even the most powerful planetary magnetic field in our entire solar system would be torn apart by such a blast. But there it was, 3I Atlas, with its defiant, shimmering emerald tail, hurtling along at full speed as if it had somehow absorbed the sun's fury instead of succumbing to it. Researchers stared at their monitors in stunned silence. No natural comet could regrow its tail and restore its exact velocity in such a short period, especially after being hit by a plasma wave capable of evaporating oceans. Even Jupiter, the solar system's most massive planet, would be severely scorched by such an assault. Yet 3I Atlas pressed onward, its luminous green tail streaming behind it, seemingly mocking the very foundations of physics. Dr. Antonio Lopez, a renowned astrophysicist specializing in solar dynamics, offered a disturbing explanation. Weeks before September 25th, instruments aboard NASA's Solar Dynamics Observatory detected strange patterns pulsing on the sun's surface, tiny magnetic disturbances precisely aligned with the hemisphere facing 3I Atlas. According to his hypothesis, it appeared as if something was deliberately probing or stimulating the sun's magnetic field until it reached a critical tipping point. For Dr. Lopez, this wasn't a mere cosmic coincidence. It appeared that 3I Atlas somehow predicted when the eruption would occur, or perhaps even intentionally triggered it. He likened the scenario to an ancient sailing ship raising its sails to catch an approaching gust of wind. Only in this case, the wind was a billion-ton tsunami of magnetized plasma, powerful enough to strip the atmosphere from an entire planet. Instead of being destroyed by the storm, 3I Atlas may have intentionally positioned itself to catch and absorb the energy. "We've never observed anything like this," Dr. Lopez stated. If this is indeed a comet, then it possesses a propulsion and defense system that is beyond our current understanding of physics. Dr. Lopez's working hypothesis suggests that the object isn't a simple snowball of ice and cosmic dust at all, but rather a colossal machine encased in some form of invisible protective barrier. Imagine a vast magnetic bubble or an incredibly complex electromagnetic field surrounding the entire structure. Such an advanced defense could redirect the solar plasma around the craft, effectively harvesting the energy and channeling it into internal systems. According to this model, the coronal mass ejection that should have been fatal would instead function as a strategic refueling operation. One possibility is an advanced fusion engine, augmented by an unknown catalyst, perhaps derived from interactions with exotic dark matter. Conventional fusion reactions, like those occurring within our Sun, require incredible temperatures and pressures. However, if a civilization possessed the technology to catalyze fusion using exotic matter. It could operate a star-sized power plant, using the sun's own plasma as a renewable fuel source. While highly speculative by current terrestrial scientific standards, such technology represents a logical evolutionary path for a civilization millions of years ahead of our own. In such a scenario, a coronal mass ejection transforms from a death sentence into a convenient energy source. Dr. Lopez cited compelling evidence supporting this revolutionary interpretation. Reanalysis of archival data from the Hubble Space Telescope and ground-based observations revealed that polarization measurements indicate an extraordinarily smooth, uniform surface to the illuminated coma, utterly unlike the irregular surfaces of known comets. Radar signals from the Goldstone Deep Space Network antenna detected a faint latticework pattern, fundamentally inconsistent with natural celestial bodies. Most tellingly, analysis of the object's mass distribution revealed a dense outer shell with a suspiciously hollow interior, precisely matching theoretical predictions for an artificial megastructure rather than a solid rock or ice core. When you synthesize all the available evidence, Dr. Lopez explained, the simplest and most logical explanation is that we're not observing a natural object at all. We are observing a machine actively harvesting energy from our star. The mysterious, pulsating changes in brightness could be the result of a fusion engine modulating its output in response to incoming solar radiation. And the apparent increase in mass could be the result of a systematic collection of interplanetary material, essentially refueling in transit. This elegantly explains why it grew more massive as it approached the Sun, why its spectroscopic characteristics resembled industrial alloys rather than pure ice, and why it effortlessly weathered the most catastrophic plasma storm the Sun could unleash, as if it were nothing more than a gentle breeze. The numbers reinforce these deeply unsettling conclusions. After the impact of the coronal mass ejection, 3I Atlas didn't just survive. It grew brighter, larger, and significantly more massive, as if it were actively feeding on stellar energy. Its mass was estimated to be over 33 billion tons. Magnetic field readings from interplanetary probes spiked dramatically. Instruments precisely tracking the orbit of Mars detected a faint but undeniable gravitational influence, a displacement of several hundred meters in just a few days. For the first time in astronomical history, an object arriving from beyond our solar system exerted a measurable effect on an entire planet. As 3I Atlas passed its new perihelion point, astronomers discovered something even more disturbing. The orbital trajectory of Mars shifted by several hundred meters, forcing an urgent update to planetary ephemeris models to account for this unprecedented gravitational or magnetic anomaly. The implications were staggering and unfathomable. The magnetic field of 3I Atlas was so intense that it could literally tug at an entire world. Even more alarming was the fact that its flight path was distinctly hyperbolic, characteristic of an interstellar wanderer. Unlike planets, comets, and asteroids, which are permanently locked into closed elliptical orbits and gravitationally bound to the Sun, a hyperbolic trajectory indicates that the object isn't gravitationally captured by the Sun at all. If its magnetic field continues to intensify as it approaches Mars, the red planet could gradually be nudged from its stable orbit. Over time, even microscopic perturbations can lead to catastrophic consequences, fundamentally altering the delicate orbital resonances that maintain stability throughout the inner solar system. This slow, invisible gravitational nudge could unleash utter chaos. Intense meteor showers would streak across Earth's skies, asteroid families would be flung toward the Sun, and Mars itself would slowly drift closer with each successive orbit. In the most extreme computational models, a destabilized Martian trajectory eventually intersects with Earth's orbit after multiple revolutions, creating a real possibility of planetary collision or a devastating chain reaction of impacts. Unprecedented since the turbulent formation of our solar system over 4.5 billion years ago. Even without a direct, catastrophic collision, the gravitational disturbance could permanently alter the orbits of Earth and Mars, disrupting our ocean tides and seasonal cycles, and transforming the inner solar system from a predictable celestial clockwork into a chaotic cosmic billiard table where no world remains safe. No known comet possesses such capabilities. No known natural celestial object has sufficient mass and active magnetic field strength to noticeably distort planetary orbits millions of miles across space. Even Jupiter, with 318 times the mass of Earth, possesses a magnetosphere that isn't powerful enough to throw Mars off course at such a distance. For 3I Atlas to accomplish this feat, it would require a magnetosphere billions of times stronger than Earth's protective field, and the ability to generate energy comparable to the continuous output of a main-sequence star. In other words, technology so far beyond our current capabilities that we can barely imagine the underlying physics. At this moment, every telescope, every space probe, every astronomical instrument on Earth and in orbit is focused on the upcoming Martian flyby. Space agencies across the globe have redirected all available observational platforms to monitor this historic event, desperately trying to determine if the magnetic anomaly will stabilize or intensify. If Mars experiences additional orbital wobble, the implications for Earth will be immediate and existential. Dr. Lopez grimly acknowledges that our most advanced planetary defense systems are utterly useless against something of this unprecedented scale. Nuclear warheads, kinetic impactors, and even theoretical gravity tractors are specifically designed to deflect asteroids hundreds of meters across, not to counter a 5-kilometer alien megastructure wielding star-level energy reserves. Do you believe 3I Atlas is a natural interstellar comet, obeying the laws of traditional astrophysics? Or has humanity witnessed genuine alien technology, actively harnessing the energy of our sun? Share your theories in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video and subscribe, so you don't miss our next important update as this unprecedented cosmic mystery continues to unfold.